Learning about other people's history is watering, but when you discover your own family history, it will feed your soul and your children's soul and their children's soul. I was about 10 years old when the movie Roots came out, and even at that young age, I understood that it took one strong generation to survive so the next generation would be able to survive. But by the time I reached the age of 14, I discovered that my mother and my aunt, who was the only living siblings of each other, my oldest aunt, she had passed at a young age. But neither one of them was interested about family history. But what blew my mind about my mother and my aunt, and which still to this day blows my mind, is that they were teachers. And it was very important for their students as well as their children to understand African American history, but not their own. It took me over 10 years from the little bit of clues that my aunt and my mom was able to give me about their parents, specifically their father. I discovered that my grandfather was honorably discharged from the military in World War II. He enlisted in 1943 and he was honorably discharged a year and some odd months later because he had got wounded. I also discovered that my grandfather only claimed 3 dependents when it was supposed to be 4. So right then and there, I knew, the reasons why, there was a lot of, hatred towards their dad, for whatever reason. But my aunt, she was the oldest child at the time that her mother and father died. And I discovered that she had a trunk full of all my ancestors, or our ancestors, my family ancestors' records and pictures that she instructed that could not be opened until she died. Well, she died in 2021, and she instructed her children, her 2 children, not to let me see what was inside the trunk. But however, I still discovered though.